My name's Ernie.
And I'm Edwina.
We're part of the Camp Hill 2010 E5 TPL team.
Woohoo!
Our journey began in 2009 with our first TPL team, bringing E5 into the hearts and minds of the staff at Camp Hill Primary School. This year, our goal is to support teachers to improve their classroom practice.
And how are we going to achieve our goal? The following clip will outline the process we undertook to work towards our TPL goals. And at the conclusion of this presentation, there will be a wiki address for you to access, which has more information about our project, including documents, video clips and pictures. The first thing the teachers did in the process was to undertake 5 surveys, and these were E5 surveys, and they were for each domain. The surveys were taken directly from the E5 document, the profile statement in fact, and the surveys allowed the teachers to come up with 3 goals to focus on to work in with their performance and development plan.
Hi Chuck, can you tell us how the E5 survey helped you to focus on a specific area of E5 to improve on?
Sure, Edwina. I've done a lot of surveys over the years in education, and I found this E5 one to be really straightforward. It really made me think about the specific things that I do in my teaching. For example, when I did the Engage survey, the 12 questions in that survey just made me think about the really specific things that I do to engage my students, and it showed me where I can improve for the future. So yeah, I really like these surveys. They were very easy to do.
Throughout the process, teachers were paired. This was called professional learning partnerships. During the process, they worked together to clarify their E5 goal and work on it in the classroom.
Jane and Jeremy, how did the professional learning partnerships help you to achieve your E5 goal?
Oh look, it was great. Having Jane here to support me when I was working on my goal was excellent. She helped me clarify my goal to start with, and then going into one another's classrooms was a great way to see the great things that we're both doing and also support one another.
That's right. During the conversation, Jeremy was able to help me with my thinking related to my goal and plan a lesson with the goal as a focus. While he was observing, he collected data for me to look at after the lesson. It was fantastic.
And it really helped having a good-looking partner.
An important part of the partnerships was visiting each other's rooms. While one person taught, the other person observed and collected data around the teacher's goal for them.
So, Bob, how did you feel about having someone come into your classroom and watch you teach?
Well, I've been teaching for 37 years, and the thought of somebody coming into my room really made me feel uncomfortable initially, but I found that working with a professional partner who was in there to help me improve my teaching was really rewarding. They observed my children, they helped me with my lesson, and the whole process wasn't anywhere near as intimidating as what I thought it would be. So I actually really got a lot from the experience.
Cognitive coaching was an important part of the process. Prior to the lesson, partnerships were involved in planning conversations. After the lesson, there were reflective conversations. These conversations helped develop thinking around E5 goals.
Excuse me, Kerry.
Yes.
Could you tell us how cognitive coaching helped in the E5 process at Camp Hill this year?
Sure. Well, it helped in 2 ways. The first one was the planning conversation. I did the planning conversation with my partner, and they asked me a series of questions which helped me to do a few things. Firstly, it helped me think more deeply about my goal and unpack it further. And then the next thing, it helped me think about how I wanted to attack my goal in a classroom context. The other thing it helped me do was to think about what I wanted my partner to search for in the classroom observation part of things.
Fantastic. And the second part, I'm assuming, is the reflective conversation which happened after the lesson?
Yes, that's correct. The reflective conversation was similar to the planning conversation. My partner asked me a range of reflective questions that helped me think about how the lesson went, things that went well, things that didn't go so well, and more specifically, how I could adjust my teaching in the future with the feedback that my partner had given me through the classroom observation.
Thanks, Kerry.
No worries.
During the classroom visits, there are observations made during the lesson. We call these data collection. And this data was agreed on by the classroom teacher, and it was also purely objective.
Hey Paddy, what was the role of the observing teacher in the classroom?
The role of the observing teacher was to come in and look at what my students were doing in my room and write down observations. So I negotiated with my teacher before the lesson what I wanted them to look for, and they came in objectively and collected what we call data in my room. So after the lesson, I had a page full of observations which really helped give me information about student engagement and other things in my room.
Thank you for watching our presentation. We hope you enjoyed it. For further information,
Please visit our wiki or alternatively contact Canfield Primary School. Thank you!
Tell me where.
The sock puppet. Oh, he hides in the foliage and it's really quite hard to see. He's really good at camouflaging himself. We've got to be careful. Crikey, what's that? Oh my God!